Welcome to another episode of Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Birdgang 31. We got a special guest, Powerhouse from the Eagles Powerhouse Nation. What up, my guy? How you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah. See you out there in the nice sun, man. Looking good, feeling good. How's it down there? Where you at in Vegas?
Burning.
Burning. It's hot out there.
Yeah, I was looking at people talking in Philly, and they was like, "Oh, it's hot out here." It's they say it's 80 something, but it got to be like 90 something. What? You
Yeah,
talking
when it
15 over here?
Yeah, it gets hot as hell over there. I remember out there, man. It was like 120, 122, some of those days, man. It's crazy. So yeah, tell everybody where you from, what you do, man. Like how long you been an Eagles fan?
uh, I'm from Philadelphia, so Eagles fan for life. Born it. I was in the womb listening to the Eagles games. I remember. But yeah, I'm from Philadelphia, South Philly, 23rd and Tasker. Um, so not next to the stadium, but in the area. Um, and I've been an Eagles fan. I'm like I said, I was born it, so I don't even know how I would say how I became one because I don't even remember the first game that I seen because yeah, my whole family, whole household was Eagles fans. So
Always.
yeah, now I moved out to Vegas about 3 months ago. So
Not.
I'm still. If you see me sizzling right now, that's I'm still getting used to it. So
all right. Now let's get your predictions, man. How you feel about the Birds this year? What we gonna do?
shock people as usual. Like I mean,
Hmm.
I always say every time somebody say a prediction, um, every time we were in last place in the division, we always came into the playoffs the next year. Every single time. That's history right there. And then last time that we did it, that was the Super Bowl. So, hey, like, am I expecting a Super Bowl this year? No. But would I be surprised? No. We keep on going to the playoffs every single time. So,
Right? We got that team this year, man. We gonna come bring that fire this year. Everybody need to watch out.
everybody got potential. So if everybody live up to their potential, it could turn from we don't know to oh no.
Oh no, here we go. Yes, man, yes. All right. So let's go back. Let's take a step back here. Since the Super Bowl, how have you seen the development between the coaching staff, the GMs, Carson, Zach? We can bring Zach into that mix too. How do you see the way that unfolded, and how do you react towards that? How do you feel about it?
a lot of a lot of big heads, a lot of people that couldn't take the that initial success, like that first ring. Like I understand like as a level to where all right, you wanna you wanna enjoy what you got. But as soon as Doug Peterson wrote the book,
Yeah.
it was like, come on, man, like
Really?
like we got it's one. And it's like he writing the book, he going through all the interviews and everything, and I was just something in my mind told me like, uh, you do know that it's another season, right? Like we are going to keep on playing. So yeah, and as you know, actually the next year after the Super Bowl wasn't that bad. Like we went back to the playoffs,
Yeah.
and hey, Alshon Jeffrey one more catch, and who knows, we could have been
Yeah.
that next dynasty. But after that is when it started to go downhill. That's when everything was just like we started holding on to people too long. We should have started thinking about Zach Ertz leaving then in a package and stuff
Mhm.
like that. We would have been in a different situation. So
Where you think he's going?
Zach Ertz,
Yeah.
he'll go to the Colts once we release him.
Right. I wish they'd just go ahead and trade us, man. Give us a Xavier Rhodes for him. I was thinking that'd be a good little second CB to throw back there since he played good under Gannon anyway. Just go ahead and give us Rose. You guys take Ertz. It can be a player for player swap. You know.
Yeah, but the only thing is, I highly doubt that anybody is going to trade for him because it's like they know what situation we in. All you gotta do is all right. Like there's a hey, I gotta move out of this sun. Hey, you about to you catch on fire. I'm about to turn to the fire emoji on. but but yeah. So the thing is, everybody sees our position. If I'm the Colts organization, I'm not about to pay for Zach Ertz when I know that he don't even want to be here anymore. So yeah, he now the Bills might get him too.
Oh
So
yeah.
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm thinking even maybe the Titans, man. Maybe we can just send them over to the Titans. You know.
I think a sleeper is the Cowboys.
I,
Hey,
I want them at the Cowboys,
I
man.
don't know if Zach Ertz would do it, but I'm saying a sleeper might be the Cowboys.
The
Cause
Cowgirls do need a tight end, though. That's for
I was
sure.
about to say, who's their tight end now that you would be scared of?
None of them. I'm not scared of the Cowgirls, you know. But I want to use them in a trade for Xavier Howard. That's what I want to use them for. That free up some cap money to give to Xavier, and get him out of here. And that'd be a good offense for them. You know, they got three dominating receivers over there, and to throw the lights of Zach Ertz over there too, I have no excuse of why he can't be good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing. I was laughing at Eagles' chance comment.
Right? I keep
he
them
out here.
coming, baby. I keep
He
them
going
coming.
crazy. I'm telling you, he going crazy.
Right?
He beat me up and threw me on here. Like, but Xavier Howard. Everybody say that is unrealistic that we can't get Xavier Howard, but the thing is, it is realistic if the Dolphins are willing to take care of his salary for this year. That
Yeah.
is a possibility that could happen. And on top of that, we would have enough to redo his contract going forward next year to give him a big contract and still have money left. So it's not like that's unrealistic at all.
And plus,
Especially if we get rid of Zach Ertz, and then if we get rid of Zach Ertz, so picture this crazy scenario:
there
we
we
get
go.
rid of Zach Ertz, and then um, the Dolphins still end up taking care of Xavier Howard's contract for this year anyway, and we use
Hmm.
the money to get Steven Nelson.
Right? Right? And that'd be spy right there. That's a secondary on lockdown. We don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I can see happening with that is we might stunt the growth of some of these young developing players that I think deserve some kind of opportunity before they get thrown off to the streets.
Well, the thing that the unpopular opinion that I believe is that Maddox was affected by coaches because Maddox, but the people forget about when Maddox came in to the Philadelphia Eagles on his first year. He was a breath of fresh air. He was killing it. He was
Mm-hmm.
better than anybody else that was like he played at safety, and he
Mm-hmm.
was better than any safety we had.
Yep.
He played at outside corner. He was good, but he was better than anybody that we had, and he played in the slot and he was shutting anybody down.
Oh
And then
yeah.
after that, we started trying to use him at everywhere, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where everything ended up going downhill. We should have kept him in the slot or at safety because he excelled at both of those.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jim Schwartz ain't do nothing for
No,
him. So
like I was saying, the coaches, took away everybody's spirit, and they weren't teaching nobody nothing. They're like, you play argo ball or you won't play. You know what I'm saying? They were taking players out that were balling and putting them in with old players that have been hurt all season. And just things like that can't happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to coach the players, you got to get them ready for the games, and you got to also keep the hot hand in. You know what I'm saying? If you got Fulgham tearing up the league, you can't take him out just because Alshon said he ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
Alshon is getting old. He
Fogham
ain't.
was Fogham was number 1 in multiple categories too.
Yeah, yeah. And then even when Hurts came in, Reagan started tearing it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let the young guys play, and I'm glad these guys are gone. And now we got a whole new exciting young offense to come tear up the league this year. What's your break on all the disrespect? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what you think about the Hurts being number 40 and Miles Sanders being number 27. How you feel about that?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I don't even know if you can hear me. The Air Force flying their jets around. You know.
Area 51.
All right, I can hear you now. I can hear. I can hear you now.
I was just saying, how you feeling about the hate from the media and how they put Hurts at 40 and Miles at 27? Do you think that's a good categories for those guys to be in?
Who is Chris Sims? Who is Chris Sims? Like he who he played he played
Yeah,
he
he
played
wasn't very good. Let's leave it at that. Chris sucked, and Dan Orlowski sucked. And the only
so
one that made a similar comment was Maurice Jones-Drew, and he was good. But obviously, that's all he was good. He's not good at predicting any other running backs because that was horrible at 27.
so Chris Sims, that's like what he said was like a water boy trying to criticize the player that he getting water for
Mm-hmm.
to hey, you need to play better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and at one point that water boy once was a player and he got demoted to a water boy. That's what that's like. So it's like stay in the water boy's place.
Right?
So at the end of the day, that's all he was. That's all he was. And as far as the rest of the media goes, everybody is twisting all types of stories. Even what Adam Schefter said, I had a video about that where he said the Eagles are in the best position to get Deshaun Watson. Everybody twisted that into saying that the Eagles are going after Deshaun Watson. That's not what he said.
Right?
he knew what they were going to do. That's
Yeah.
why he said it. They was
Mm-hmm.
like, I know they're going to end up saying that they're going after Deshaun Watson and my story going to take off. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we are in the best position, but are we going to get him? No. Nothing has pointed to that now that everybody is giving Jalen Hurts praise and everything like that. So, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I ignore him. I just say
What do
ignore.
you rank? Where you rank? What would you put Jalen Hurts in that ranking?
I would say one that sounds good, because I can't. I would have to actually think of every single quarterback, but one that sounds like it would be reasonable to put him there. I would say only because it was a small sample size. 25.
25.
I now look. Do I think that he's actually that bad? No. But is it fair to put him any higher based off of four games? No. But yeah, like he's shown me way more than enough in those 4 games where I know that he's going to end up climbing into top 15, no problem.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm more of the optimistic. If I had to do the list, Jalen top 10, baby, it's right off the jump. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of too many players that are going to be that much better than Jalen Hurts this year coming into the season. And this is for the list is going to be for going into the season as opposed to what he did last year. But yeah, I say like that's good. That's fair. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. And he definitely got to prove everything because right now it sounds good that he's going to be great. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get up there. We got to
Yeah.
do that. You know what I'm saying? What about Miles Sanders, 27?
Top three in the league. He been that.
Yeah.
Now he going to end up showing people with a system that actually is going to work for him, rather than us doing this BS of 9 yards or nine attempts um, for a game. We
Right?
did that twice, I think, last year. Nine
Yeah.
attempts. I'm like, I don't even know anybody who does
No
that.
one. Definitely no one winning a football game. You got to run the ball. Running the ball sets up the pass. You want to throw the ball 60 times a game. How's the pass going to set up the pass?
I was dying. When he said that last time. Pass. Don't set up the pass.
It's truth, man. Like, even if you only have good receivers, you still got to hand the ball off to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them do what they can do. And he definitely showed that he can be an elite running back in the league. He just didn't get the touches. So I always feel like that 27 ranking is off of something that he had no control over. Like I said earlier, I watched it and it just showed that freaking he had more yards against top 10 defenses, rush defenses, than Derrick Henry. And we all know Derrick Henry's the number one back in the league.
27. All right, look. Jones Drew. I got to get on him too. I got to get on you too. So, Jones Drew, I don't care how good he was, he's a hater
Yeah.
because he's talking about somebody that's better than him. I
Mm-hmm.
think Miles Sanders is better than him.
Yeah.
He's a hater. Like, Derrick Henry, better than you. Like, when it comes to all of these people who are actually big name people, you're not better than them.
Yeah.
Like, anybody in the top 5 of running backs now, I don't put him as better than. So he's hating. He like, all right, if you say anything bad about Derrick Henry, you're gonna look like a hater. Let me pick on the running back that was on the team that was 4-12, so that I could pick on him and actually look like I'm doing something special, or that I'm looking like I'm valid. Because if I pick on the Tennessee Titans, then they gonna come at me. So yeah, all he did was take a story that he knew that he could run with, but he like, come on, you hating on somebody that's better than you. Because I would take Miles Sanders with 20 or more touches a game. I would take Miles Sanders over Jones Drew.
Like last year, I thought Miles was going to be the best back in the league. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I was like, you know what? This is Miles' year. You know what I'm saying? What, he went 1,000 or something like that? I'm like, this is his time to shine. He's about to be the best back in the league. I was telling everybody, man, I went out and bought me a Miles Sanders auto rookie thinking, yes, this card's going to be so much money at the end of the season. And then he didn't give him the ball. I was like, oh, shit, man. Come on now. Dougie P, give Miles the ball. Let Booby spin.
Yeah,
Let Booby spin. And he definitely didn't do it, man. He definitely didn't do it. But hey, that's why he's not here no more. He gone. You know what I'm saying? You be stubborn. You win it, you get that success early. You start being stubborn, thinking everybody got to mold to you. You not mold to players, and that'll get you out of the league fast, man. That'll get you out of the league fast. That's why he's looking for a job right now.
yeah, and it's kind of like, all right, it seems like it if you was to look at all of the dumpster fire that was going on, you would think, oh, okay, well, that's probably why Doug was bad. It was bad on both sides because, like you said, he was hard headed. Even if
Mm-hmm.
the organization was doing just fine, the fact that you being hard headed and you going to hire within when none of the coaches are doing anything to do like that would offer that would have them keep a job. Um, no, like
Right?
I even Jim Swartz. I think that Jim Swartz, his what Jim Swartz did and what he put together was so good that somehow our defense was still going into like top defenses all the time. Even when people were figuring this out, it was still hard to stop us. Last
Yeah.
year with the sack totals, it was still hard to stop that.
Yeah.
And you knew what was coming. But that just means that you really can't adjust. Like, you don't even have to adjust that much. Adjust a little bit because they still can't stop you. You only got to tweak a little bit of things. You don't even got to change everything. You can't even do that. You got to go too. So yeah,
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he got himself out there too. But it seemed like it's kind of fake. Like, aren't both of them like I know Dougie P said he's looking for a coaching job next year. And didn't Jim Shorts go to the Titans or something? So like he faked his way out of Philadelphia. He's like, hey, I'm retiring just to get out of this.
yeah. He said
You know?
I know he said he was retiring, man. I know he got signed somewhere. I just can't remember.
Yeah, man. Like, man, these guys are crazy. But like I said, all those guys are done. Now let's go fast forward to last year, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
You know, those 4 games. Did you see the specialness?
yeah. When he beat look when the Saints game happened, I didn't think that he was going to beat him. when when the game was going, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, I like that. And look, the first touchdown was like, Oh, okay, that's all I needed. Okay, he can score.
right?
Like that's all I needed. Then the second one. Okay, okay. Then as the game go on, I'm like, oh, this man right here.
Right.
Oh, this man right here. And then when we won, I was like, hey, if he win another one, or if he even looked like he kind of good,
Hmm.
hey, Carson Wentz going.
He's gone.
Like he going. Because I wasn't a fan of Carson Wentz leaving until he started doing the little quitting on the team thing
Yeah,
and all that. That's when I lost respect for him. But
he
in the
missed out.
beginning, I wasn't a fan of him going because I felt like they were treating him wrong. But the quitting on the team thing, anybody got to go. It don't matter. But as far as when the Cardinals game ended up going, the fact that he was going back to back to back, and I was just like,
Yes.
oh, hold up, like hold up. Yeah, that was crazy. And then, all right, you lose one to the Cowboys. It is what it is. But then the Washington game, I'm just like, I don't even count that.
It means it's incomplete.
Yeah,
Because it started out rough, but then he scored right before the half, and he started to come back, do his little thing, and then they pulled
yeah,
him. So it's like you can't even give that loss to Jalen. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't really give the Cardinals loss, even though we did lose. I don't give that one to him because that defense lost that game. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He did everything he needed to. He threw for 350. He had like 3 touchdowns, and he rushed for touchdowns and ran for 100. So if you do all that in the game as a
If he
quarterback, you did your job.
if he was to duplicate, like let's say you take the Saints game and the Cardinals game and the Cowboys game. If you took so every two games he does what he did in the Saints and Cardinals game, and then on every third game he does what he did in the Cowboys game, and you just keep repeating that pattern. His stats would be ridiculous.
Yes.
Like his stats would have been ridiculous
You
because
want to hear you want to hear my Jalen Stack predictions? My Jalen
um,
Stack prediction is going to be over 4,000 yards passing, over 1,000 yards rushing, and 50 combined touchdowns.
okay, that's all right. See, so I got. I think it's going to be a lot more run heavy this time. So I got 30 touchdowns, um, 9 touchdowns rushing, and 12 interceptions, and 3,500 yards, which is more than enough to give him another. Like he's the one when you
Yes.
put up them numbers. But because I also have Miles Sanders running for 1,500,
Oh yeah.
and I have him getting well over 10 touchdowns. So you can't. I wouldn't. If he has 50 touchdowns, then I got to take Miles Sanders out of the 1,000 yard situation because that means that Jalen was the one running.
But do
Like
you really have to though? Because I'm looking at our team like my eyes are wide open. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to. You're gonna have to depress me later on because right now I'm too psyched about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the greatest show on turf type numbers for the Eagles offense this year. When they had Marcus Paul, Troy Terry Holt, and Isaac Bruce for the Rams, like those type numbers when they break an NFL records type numbers. You gotta realize we got an extra game this year.
I
You know,
think
so
if
that's
everybody live up to their potential, I think they can. It would be a lot of. I feel like you could break a lot of records with the team that we have just because. Look at Devontae Smith.
yes.
Right, you got Devontae Smith, playmaker. Miles Sanders, playmaker. If Jalen Hurts becomes a playmaker, that's a problem in itself. Goddard is a playmaker, and Fulgham, if he ends up living up to his potential, playmaker ain't the word.
Right?
Like he a problem. Um, just that, yeah. Like it's just like Quez Watkins, like he could live up to becoming a playmaker. Like and he could be a part time playmaker and be a problem.
Right?
Everybody see Quez Watkins in there, and then and like if they let's say they put four wide receivers in there at the same time, and Quez Watkins and Fulgham turns out to be good. Jalen Rager actually does something. Let's say you put all four of them in there, and you put Goddard in there as a fifth guy. Defense is going to be looking like, hey,
Dilly,
oh man, you got your guy? You sure?
right?
Like, 'cause
I can't help. There's too many niggas out here. I cannot help. So make sure we got the right coverage going on right now, or somebody about to get toasted.
with Jalen Hurts still having the chance to run on you too. Like, hey,
Yeah,
you could everybody could just go deep and then he just run open field. That happened already. That happened last year at
yeah.
one of the games where he did it twice. Both of those two runs where he ended up running the second one in for a touchdown, he gashed them 2 times. Everybody ran down the field and he just free going.
Hell yeah. And then even like if you want to do it the opposite way, the running backs, how you like them? You know what I'm saying? Who's your top 4 running backs of making this team this year?
Miles is obvious. Kenneth Gainwell is the second. That's where it get difficult. Because I feel like something tells me I want Kerryon Johnson, but something tells me they're going to go with what was familiar and take Howard. And they're not going to take both because Gainwell can do what they can do.
Yeah.
And more. So, like, I feel like Howard might end up being it. All right, here's my top 4.
Yeah.
Kerryon Johnson, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, and I think Adrian Killins, because Elijah Holyfield, again, can do what Kerryon Johnson and Gainwell can do. And Elijah Holyfield is easy to just go.
Yeah.
Adrian Killins, don't nobody have that speed in
Right.
that running back room. His speed is ridiculous. I don't know if people remember how fast he is, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was a 4.2 guy.
Yeah.
Because he's ridiculous with the speed.
He had some amazing highlights, man. Amazing. And he just didn't get a chance to get on the field. Like I said, when you don't even run the ball with your starter, you couldn't even expect any of those young backs to get on the field last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited to see that too. Like, that was a good list. That's the first time I heard Killins in it, though. That's nice. Because I've been wondering,
Killins is an underrated person that I've been thought was Elijah Holyfield too, but Killins has the speed where it's like that Quez Watkins speed. It's like he's right there in front of your face, and you go try to get him, and he'll run right past you. And you'll be like, nah, there ain't no way that he, like, no, it is that way. It is a way. He just did it.
Like, I was even thinking we do a place where we've got, like, run like a triple running back formation. You know what I'm saying? And put like Smith the one end, Rager on the other end, and then you get Miles Sanders, Gainwell, and Kerryon. Those are my big 3. I think gonna do big things this year, and then run a triple option. Who you gonna stop?
Yeah.
Who you gonna stop? And even having like Gainwell line up in the backfield, but run out to the slot because he's a great receiver too. So I think they got a chance to make a dream playbook. You know what I'm saying? Those dreams that you dreamt about at nighttime, you're like, oh, I'm gonna make this play up. Yeah, you got the pieces to do that this year.
Yeah. I think so. Definitely the offense could, like I said, if everybody live up to their potential, it could be a problem, like, for people. Even the Chiefs, it could be a problem for anybody.
Oh, yeah.
So,
like everybody say,
it's just everybody got to live up to that potential.
Yeah, like everybody say, like the Chiefs and Tampa Bay are really the only real, like, the real threats. That's why I say 12-5, right? And like that's just given a couple of games, even if you want to throw the Chiefs in Tampa Bay, that's 2, and then 3 other teams maybe, close game losses. I don't really see no one blowing us out completely unless injuries happen or the coaches just suck. You know what I'm saying? I think they were going to be in every game. But I gave them 12-5, but we did a round table record show, right? And I remember at the end of the record show, I was like, how many losses? Everybody, how many losses you had? And I looked at my hands like, I only have 3 losses.
Yeah.
So we're going 14-3, baby. We're going 14-3.
Yeah.
I think the team has the potential to do it, man. Like, and I don't even like giving away those losses to people that they shouldn't lose to. Like everybody want to say we're going to split the division. I think we're going to sweep the Giants for sure. and you know we got a possibility to sweep the Redskins, and then maybe we're gonna split one with the Cowgirls.
uh, we gonna sweep the Cowboys.
Yes,
We gonna sweep the Giants. That's nothing new. That's nothing.
yes,
And we will split one with the Redskins. The Redskins, I feel, will be a problem in our two games, but not overall. Because
yeah,
Ryan Fitzpatrick ain't nobody that's gonna take you anywhere. But he's bipolar.
yeah,
So
definitely.
he might win, he might not. I feel like we could split with them. We gonna sweep the Cowboys. I don't think that they're gonna be the same team. Dak not being mobile changes him into Wentz.
Yes, yes.
Dak not being mobile changes him into Wentz. And when I was looking at arm talent wise, like if I was to say arm talent and stuff like that,
There you go.
you
You back?
you already know what happened.
Exactly what happened. I got you. I got you.
That, people calling me, but anyway, if you was to compare Dak to Wentz, arm talent wise, you already know Dak wasn't as good as Wentz with the arm
No,
talent.
he wasn't.
He was just overall just a more comfortable pocket passer,
Mm-hmm. I.
where he had the ability to run and cause you problems if he chose to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think that's going to be an option because I could tell you I broke my ankle before.
Mm.
Actually, about a little under 2 years ago, I broke my ankle and tore the ligaments in it. Now,
Ooh.
the ligaments ended up healing. The ligaments ended up healing already. The broken bone, it healed, but even now, on occasion, I still feel something. I can still run full speed, but it's like it'll end up bothering me a little bit. So imagine him; he just came off of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's not about to be running. Like he could say all he want. He ain't fooling anybody in the NFL for sure. They
Right?
know he can't. He ain't gonna be able to run. Like just like Wentz, he ain't fooling nobody.
He didn't. He
So
didn't. Nobody out there. I'm good. I'm 100. No, you're not. You like
yeah,
85.
I had to jump back in the truck. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. I was about to turn into the fire emoji.
But yeah, even with the Washington Redskins or the no namers, those guys, man, they got good defensive line. But look what we did. We could have won that game. You know, at the end of the season, and that was with our not even our starting offensive line.
I was
So.
about to say our healthy offensive line is going to negate the Washington's defensive line. It's nothing.
Mhm.
We can
And we
handle anybody's offensive line.
got their best pass rusher. What Chase have last year? 6.5 sacks. What Kerrigan have last year playing like a quarter of the time? 6.5 sacks.
That's exactly what I was trying to tell people.
You know, he's not. That doesn't seem like some generational talent to me. If the old guy got just as many sacks as you did, and he didn't even play as much as you.
Yeah, and Ryan Kerrigan, he, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's a problem. Like everybody could say, oh, he's old. You got a washed up person. For some reason, everybody throw washed up on every single person that's old. But I'm pretty sure if Deshaun Jackson was healthy, I don't think the cornerbacks would have said that he was washed up
No.
last year. If he was
Every time.
healthy all year, every time that he was healthy, he killed everybody
Torched.
there. Like talking eh, like, hey, if I'm telling you, if he was healthy, it would have been over.
I know. I wish he would have been healthy, man. I wish they didn't do that to him. You know, said they would have made him have the surgery and get it all out of the way early instead of making him wait. What they made him wait like almost 6 games. Then like, oh, now you need the surgery, and now your
Well,
season's over.
he did that to himself. I blame him too. Like because he didn't want the surgery, and then all of a sudden at the last minute he wanted it, and then he like I'm gonna be back, and then he rushed himself back. It's like, come on.
Yeah. But hey, much love to you, Deshaun. Hope you have a good season. That's one of my dogs. I do give him love, man. I like seeing Eagle players do good other places.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get mad at him for not taking the surgery right away because if you're put in the same situation, would you get the? I ain't about to just jump into no surgery out of nowhere. I'm gonna try to heal on my own because I broke my hand one time and they tried to say you need a surgery. I didn't get the surgery and I get that's the one.
Hey, they told me
Like,
at 30 I was gonna need a full knee replacement. And I still can go out there and run like, sub fours easily in a 40. And I'm almost 40 next month. So so I was like, hell no, I ain't getting no surgery. What I gotta do to prevent it? It was just like eat right and stay healthy and exercise. And I've been doing that ever since, and now my body feels great. I be
sub fours or sub 4.3s?
yeah,
Because if you sub
yeah.
sub
I ran
four,
my fastest 40 time was 4.29
oh, shit.
for real.
Well, hey, I ran a 4.32.
And then
Uh,
semi-pro, I gained more weight, because I was partying and stuff, and I still ran like probably like a 4.4, being out of shape and fat. That's why I feel like now I could probably get to 4.3 again if I like worked up for it. Like that's what I'm gonna do on my other channel. I got another channel. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be I might even put it on this channel too. It's gonna be the 40 at 40 for 40, and I'll be 40 years old on my 40th birthday. I'm gonna run a 40-yard dash and see what I clock, where I clock in at, and see what happens.
Man, hey, that's a you Terrell Owens.
Cause you gotta realize I'm a small guy, man. I'm like with some boots on 5'7". You know what I'm saying? But I've always been like thick, strong. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the strongest guy in Central California, pound for pound, all my years of high school. I was bench pressing 310, squatting like 700. Hang cleaning like 230. So I've always been, strong. But I was always the shortest guy. When you do the team picture, the last guy is always the shortest guy. So I was always that last guy. I don't think I ever had anybody shorter than me, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Everybody thinks that, man. The people at work, I be clowning on these fools. And like, yeah, I'm in college, like 25, 26 years old. They be like, I'm in college, man. I can burn you. You old, you old. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had one of my boys come over. I'm like, yeah, you want to come over? I was drunk that day too. I was drinking. We were having a good time. But he's like, yeah, Callie, I don't really believe your 440 stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really believe it. I'm like, well, we can go outside and race if that's what you want to do. He's like, I'm a track star, man. I'll burn you. I'll burn you. I was like, all right, let's go outside. Went outside and I beat his ass. I beat him, but I pulled my hamstring because I didn't stretch. So it was a win and a loss for me that day. Because I ain't never
Hey,
pulled my
look,
hamstring. That hurt.
you saw Lucas Hallman when he said after that comment, the next one, I'm 5'11" at 14. Okay.
Well, you
if
should be
you if you
dunking,
over if you over 200 pounds, try out for the Eagles now. We need you.
right?
On the line, you next my ladder.
Right? Get him up there. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, big dog. Yeah, I wish I was, man. I was able to touch the rim and stuff, but I was never able to dunk a ball. That was the only reason why I always want to be a list. Like, if you just gave me like 3 more inches, because I was able to get up there and touch it, hang on off the 3-finger type thing, But man, I can never dunk that thing, man. I remember going to the park in LA, man. There's these 3 guys, a dad and his 2 sons, and all of them were like 5'6". And they're like all the same size. You thought they were triplets, but there was a dad and his 2 sons, and they were all yamming. I mean, like throwing alley oops to each other, yamming. I was like, what the hell's going on? How are you guys doing it? They were just gifted, man. They were just gifted. I'm like,
Yeah.
But back to football. Training camp's coming on. You know what I'm saying? Eagles are going against the Patriots in the Jets in inter scrimmage team practices. So how you feel about that? You think Howie's trying to take a look at Gilmore? Maybe we can pick Gilmore up off the Patriots, my dog.
Nah, I don't want Gilmore.
Not at all.
No, I want Xavier Howard.
Well, of course, everybody wants Xavier Howard, but if we couldn't get him,
because here's the thing: Gilmore and Slay, we already got Slay, and he's not old, but ain't Gilmore older?
By like a year, and he didn't. He
We don't
basically didn't
need
even play
two.
last year. Like no one on the Patriots played last year. He played
Slay, like Slay
half
isn't
the
a
season.
long term piece though. Like he's a good piece right now, and I could be wrong because the guy on the Minnesota Vikings when we went to the Super Bowl that year, I forget his first name, but his last name was Newman. He was 37, and he was the
Yeah,
leader of the interceptions on their team. So I could be wrong, and maybe Slay do got something in the tank left, but I need to see how he does this year in order for me to know that. As far as Stephon Gilmore goes, it's like you gonna take a chance on two people being that old and making it just fine for a long term? It's not likely. But if you get Xavier Howard or even Steven Nelson, they're long term pieces in there. And Steven Nelson might not be at the caliber of Stephon Gilmore, but if he's even a solid person, I'll take a solid person for the next 6 years or something, then a shutdown for the next 3 years, maybe a shutdown.
he's still a
Like he
shutdown to
could
me.
fall off because again, with that age, you gotta fall off at some point. You could be Tom Brady, and people could keep on over and over. Like, hey, he
Rice
gonna
did it
fall
for a
off.
long time.
Oh man, he didn't. He gonna fall off. Oh man, he did. It could be that, but
Daryl Green did it for a long time.
yeah. I
Prime
mean,
time did it. The best can do it, man. Like this is my scenario with the Gilmore situation. We get Gilmore right for like 2, 3 years. We double dip in the draft next year and pick up two of the top cornerbacks in the first round. Well, we're probably gonna have to use two to get up to get if we got Stingley. You're gonna have to get two of those, but use the second one for whoever's that second or third cornerback. Now you got Gilmore Slade to train those two guys. So after year two, you can let Gilmore Slade both go. You have your two rookies plus if this McPherson guy ends up being anything that worth anything, then now you got cornerbacks for the future in the long haul. You know?
but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we got like for example like we got Devontae Smith who's a crazy good route runner, and Travis Fulgham is a good route runner too. Now you got Darius Slay. If you get Xavier Howard, you don't need to teach him 10 interceptions. You're already good, and we
Right.
still got, and we probably used that first, one of our first to get Xavier Howard. So it it's um so that would be the first, as opposed to going into the draft and getting somebody that might not be proven. Like Xavier Howard is young enough, and
Yeah.
then we don't need two people to train them. Like Darius Slay, honestly, Darius Slay could be a mentor next year in the new system because now he's at back where something is familiar again. He couldn't train anybody else last year because he don't even know what he in already, and
Right.
that system wasn't even meant for him to succeed in. Like
Yeah.
it's just you, but you on the island all the time. It don't matter who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Ramsey gets cooked sometimes,
Yes.
and so yeah, you can't just like if you put Jalen Ramsey 10 times against Hopkins with no safety, he's gonna get cooked one of those times, and one of those times equals 70-yard bomb touchdown. Now all of a sudden,
Yeah. Like I
he
told
didn't have
everybody,
a
he
good
had
game. If
bad
you look
games
at
last year against people that had every CB in the league had bad games against. Devontae Adams had 18 touchdowns last year. So obviously no one was stopping him. You know? So it's like just to have that, and DK went off on him, but look, he's a freak of nature. Not very many people could guard DK anyway. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, who else did Slay? You know, he shut down everybody else.
man, yeah, it's a two part thing to that though, because to answer Lucas's question real quick is Eagles Powerhouse Nation. Um, that's the name of the channel real quick. Eagles Powerhouse Nation, but it's two parts to the Slay thing. Slay, he shut down everybody that was top besides Adams and Metcalf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's half the story. He also he also disappointed in covering other people. There's about what is it about? I want to say if you take out the top receivers, he still has about like 35 more times that he covered somebody. That's where his bad numbers come in. He like all of a sudden it's like you go over here to the lesser person and they just cooked you. It's like he shut down Amari Cooper, but he might get cooked by Gallup. But like when people bring up the numbers and the stats and stuff like that, it's like okay, they put the top people there, and yeah, he did shut him down. But yeah,
But
I mean,
but even but even the other side of that story is our offense was so bad last year that earlier in the game our defense did great. You know what I'm saying? It was the late part of the game where the defense started to fall off and big plays started to happen against them because they're on the field the whole game. If you're
yeah,
on the field majority of the game, whether it's offense or defense, people gonna get tired.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just he was up and down. But I said, I give Slay the benefit of the doubt because Slay was a casualty to Jim Schwartz's system.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way that somebody comes over from being Slaymaker to just dud half the time and lock down another half. The fact that he was locked down half the time in Schwartz's system, he the man. Because
right?
you saw what everybody else looked like. I told you, like the Avonte Maddox looked good when he first came here in his first year. He showed promise. But Jim Schwartz made sure that wasn't gonna live up because I'm gonna give you no help and keep putting you on islands. That's not the thing.
For nobody. That's
Yeah,
never gonna work. Like you said, like we said before, you can't pass to set up the pass. So you can't pass the whole game, and then you can't leave nobody on the island the whole game and expect them to shut down anybody. That's just
yeah.
not realistic football. You know what I'm saying? Like that was horrible, horrible. And what my point with the Gilmore thing is, like, yes, Slade could be a great mentor. That's what I'm saying. You have him, but then even Gilmore knows stuff that Slade don't know. You know what I'm saying? Slade knows stuff that Gilmore don't know. They can make each other better, so they have two shutdown corners on each side. You know what I'm saying? And then
But
the
that's
young guy don't know nothing compared to both of those two guys, so he can pick
I
the
don't know.
brains from both of them.
I feel like Xavier Howard could rejuvenate Slay the way that he played.
You know what's going to rejuvenate Slade this year?
The Xavier Howard could rejuvenate Slay because 10 interceptions, you know something. And on top of that, Slay brought up a good point. In the system that Howard was in, to get 10 interceptions, that's a bad man.
Yes.
Like because yeah,
I was trying to think of
he
who was the last player to get 10 picks in a season. He had to go back to like the early 2000s.
what was the guy on the Packers?
When?
It's a guy on the Packers. He got what was it 13 picks?
Recently?
No, not recently. No,
Oh,
that
like
was a
what?
while back. But
No, last one I remember was Asante Samuels on the Patriots.
man, I can't remember that. I can't remember who that guy's name. What that guy's name was.
Al
But
Harris?
huh?
Al Harris?
I don't know. I'm not a Packers
Charles
fan, so I
Woodson?
don't know. I don't know. That sounds familiar, but I know somebody on the Packers, and they got a lot. It
But that was
was
a
a
long
lot.
time. And he led the league the last 2 years
Who?
in interception. Or 2 out of the 3 years in interception. Xavier Howard.
Yeah, see, I want him. I don't want Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore is one of them people where I just feel like he'll be another Ronald Darby. They came from the same place. Now, like Ronald Darby, people don't realize they only know when we had him.
Yeah.
He was a problem.
Yeah.
Like when he was on the other side of Gilmore, they wasn't just not throwing to Gilmore. They wasn't trying to throw to Darby either.
Right?
So
Darby was the
I
man, man.
appreciate it, Brenda. I appreciate it. I'm not
Darby
as
was,
good. I'm not as good coordinated. Look. See, I
yeah,
do
it took me a
this.
second. I started
It's
all
like,
over here. I was like, hold on, let me center that. Center that.
I'm
Right?
not that coordinated.
Everybody in chat, thank you guys for being in here. Like and subscribe to both of our channels. I don't know why your name isn't up here. Do you have to click a button on yours? Or is that on my end?
Whose name?
Your name. You see how, there you
Oh
go.
yeah. There we go.
There you go.
They wanted to put Brenda in the spotlight, so.
She always be in the spotlight. Much love to Brenda out there, baby. Much love. Yeah, but like I said, like, we've been known, like, people, like, that's why I think about a lot of newer Eagle fans, you know what I'm saying, because they're younger. They don't realize that we used to have dominating corners. You know what I'm saying? Lito Shepard, Troy Brown, Troy Vincent, Bobby Taylor, Al Harris, Asante Samuels. You know what I'm saying? The list can go on. Eric Allen. You know what I'm saying? We've always had dominant cornerbacks, man.
And then we got away from it, and then that's what people remember, because then we started getting like the Kerry Wilsons, the Bradley Fletchers. I'm about to name names that people don't remember, but when you say it, you just want to kill over. Like, you
Dominique Rogers Camardi played all right.
Huh?
I said the DRC played all right with us though.
Yeah.
But he was never as good as his brother. I mean, his cousin. Antonio.
Who was another one? Bradley Fletcher was a. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember Bradley Fletcher. Sorry.
Oh my God, he was like the Nate Gary of corner.
What was the other cornerback's name? We had
the bad one.
Yeah. Oh man, it was in that era too, around that time. Cause then we ended up picking Asante Samuel.
I know Nnamdi Asomugha ended up. Like, he came over and ended up being
trash.
And
He's another one got paid and left.
That's what I fear with Stephon Gilmore, because Nnamdi Asomugha, before he came here, you couldn't tell me that Nnamdi Asomugha and if you had said that Nnamdi Asomugha would have been the next Gilmore before he came here, you can't tell me that was very believable if he wasn't already. Like, he was a shutdown.
Yeah, he was with the Raiders. He was definitely shut down, but he was trash on our team. He was absolute garbage. That was the biggest waste of money we ever spent in our history of picking up cornerbacks, man. That was horrible.
Yeah, I just look at it like this. I feel like now that we got a new coaching staff that could develop players, or so they say, we'll see. But I think they actually can, because at least I know Jonathan Gannon already has the history, so he knows how. But as long as we got somebody that could develop, we won't have another Ronald Darby situation. And I mean Ronald Darby all the way through. He was great before he came. He came here trash. He left, became good again.
Yeah.
Like, he's good.
Jones is playing ball now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Rasul Douglas.
Douglas is playing good now. I'm like, what the hell, man?
If Jalen Mills start playing good, you know damn well who it was, because Jalen Mills double move, man.
Hey, like, the Green Goblin had some good games for us.
Hey, look, I'm from Philly. Double move, man. Like, I don't care how good you was, you had too many double moves.
Yeah,
like, it's one double move too many. I was tired of it. Like, he wasn't as bad as Bradley Fletcher, but he was borderline.
His problem was he was a good cover. He just wasn't fast enough.
He wasn't fast at all. Yeah, Rasul Douglas was like a more physical version of him.
And he wasn't fast enough, but obviously in the right system, that's why you have to play to your player's strength, not make them play your defense. And that's why, like you said, that's why I think our team's going to be a lot better this year. Even our linebackers, we got that boy from Minnesota.
Eric Wilson. I got him as a breakout player on defense next year.
Oh, yeah. And then we got Singleton had a decent year last year. And, with Eric Wilson taking some of that pressure off of him, he should play good. Everybody else said they want TJ Edwards to play good again this year. But I want to see Davion Taylor to play.
I got him as a sleeper in the linebacker room just because he runs. Don't he run like a 4.35, 4.3 like it? He could keep
Yeah.
up with any wide receiver. He cover the
That,
slot guy. And slot guy ain't gonna burn him if
you
he
know
knows
what?
how to cover.
And you know who I think gonna be a surprise sleeper too? Is that boy we picked up this year, Steven, Jacoby Stevens, baby. Seeing him in that hybrid role, box safety type role coming up on the line, playing a tight end. He's gonna do some damage there, baby. I think that's a perfect position for him. Not the starting safety in the backfield and not a starting linebacker because it's not big enough, you
Right.
know. But that hybrid role to come in on our defense because that boy can make turnovers. I remember watching his highlight. He was stripping the ball out of everybody's hand.
Here's the thing, though. Do you think that McLeod will stay healthy? And if so, who do you got as a backup to him?
Kayvon,
You think Kayvon Wallace
it's
will
put
do
up or
better
shut
than
up for
Jacoby
Kayvon
Stevens?
Wallace this year. You know
Better
what I'm
than
saying?
Jacoby Stevens?
In terms of like, if we're running a defense like a hybrid defense, I think you can play both of them.
Yeah.
You have both of them on the field. Because I heard that I think Gabe was talking about we're probably going to be doing a lot of dime defense too. And see, dime, you know what I'm saying? He'd be that outside linebacker, safety slash guy that covering. So I think that way. In a base defense, though, I don't know. I think Jacoby could beat him, obviously. I
Yeah.
think he's probably more talented. But at the same time, I do need Kayvon to do what he said. He was supposed to be one of the best safeties in the draft last year.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of his hype came from the fact that he was being mentored by Brian Dawkins. But that don't mean that you're going to live up to Brian Dawkins. So,
Oh
I
no,
mean,
we ain't getting another Dawkins, man. We ain't getting another Dawkins, man. That's just one of them players who just can't. You gotta just go ahead and forget
the
about things.
closest person to Dawkins wasn't even close, and that was Malcolm Jenkins.
Yes, and that's like you said, that's not the same level. But
Yeah.
I did miss Malcolm. I wish he would have probably stuck around a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe another year or two. That would have been nice to see Jenkins back there. But like I've never seen no one not miss so many games, man. Like he's played everything all the time, 100% of all the games, man. That was something that was heard of on our team, man.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, back in that injury thing with McLeod, they were even said he says he's gonna play the beginning of the season. That's just him saying it. I haven't heard no reports saying that he was gonna play the beginning of the season. You
Yeah.
know?
I honestly think here's my scenario that I think would happen in a perfect world. Avonte Maddox. Now, a lot of people forgot Avonte Maddox was a hell of a safety when he got put in.
Mm-hmm.
In his first year, he was a like I was like, oh my god, we got like a Earl Thomas size person, but like he flying around like him, like he was good at
Yeah.
safety. It's just that everybody trying to use him all different type of ways, and you forget what Avonte Maddox was. I think Anthony Harris and Avonte Maddox in the back would be amazing if McLeod can't start. And at corner, we need to just go get Xavier Howard. We got
Yeah.
the ammunition, and then we need to also sign Steven Nelson at the slot. Now, hands down, ain't nobody coming close. It's not just number one secondary in the league. It's not even close. It's
Yeah.
like because it's like
We got Howard and Stevens, man. Yeah, it's done.
and we could do that.
We
We
can
don't need to cut Ertz to get Xavier Howard.
if they pay the money to him this year, right?
If the Dolphins end up swallowing the contract Xavier Howard, we got him, and we got enough money next year. With Xavier Howard, maybe he want to take a pay cut to get a big ass deal next year, and which we can also do and still have money.
And people don't realize too, you can put some of that money, like in terms of making the salary cap number low, you can make that in signing bonuses. You know what I'm saying? Where it doesn't even affect the salary cap. You know what I'm saying? Where they got a $10 million signing bonus, $9 million signing bonus, but that stuff's not on the cap like this base salary. The base salary is the part that's on the cap. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways how we can manipulate that and give the man his money. You know, there's ways any player can get paid what they want. You know, this
Yeah.
man done took us out of $70,000, $70 million in debt. You know, and we got change. We picked up some players already.
Yeah. I mean, we gonna be we gotta do a little bit more um taking like we still need a little more construction though because the backloaded deals is a lot of them. So we gonna be in the same situation again if we don't get rid of them. So
But the good thing is a lot of those players are old, and really after this year, you're gonna start seeing those players get traded. I think. You know, like if Fletcher Cox don't have a super dominating Pro Bowl year this year, I can see him being gone next year. Especially if my boy from USC, Marlon steps up, or even a third round pick, Williams step up, then that would make Fletcher more expendable. You know,
yeah,
to get rid of. And then Lane Johnson, we have line depth now because those players played last year, and towards each of them have their own game where they did pretty good, you know what I'm saying, to the point where like, okay, Jack Driscoll looked good, for a while until he got hurt.
he did look good.
Yeah. And then you got Dickerson backing up. You got whoever doesn't win the starting spot, even though I want my Ilata, but you still got Dillard to play tackle. You know what I'm saying? If Lane leaves, you can throw my Ilata over there and then put Dickerson on the left side. You know what I'm saying? I mean not Dickerson, Dillard on the left side. So and then what's that boy named Toth played good last year. Herbert played good last year. So, you still got Salamalu. So we can move some of them line pieces and save some money. I wouldn't want to move Brooks yet unless he got hurt this year again. If he get hurt 3 times in a row, 3 strikes you're out. Like, I know you get better every time you come back, but nigga, you ain't Superman to keep doing that every damn year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at us doing good this year. I think we're gonna have a great team, and we're definitely gonna put some W's up on that board. But before I get out of here, because I do gotta get to another live here, I need your list, big dog. The list is what I gotta get out of everybody when they come to the show. Your all-time great Eagles list, my dog. What is it? We can start out with the offense, and we're gonna start out with 2 quarterbacks. Give me your top 2 quarterbacks.
I love. So I saw the DeShields one, and I'm not copying you, DeShields, but it is what it is. I would definitely take Michael Vick because he was fun to watch. I like fun to watch offenses, and you got to cap it off with Michael Vick, and
right?
then Randall Cunningham to keep it the same.
Okay.
And
I
then
think he
running
had
back.
Donovan. He had Vic and Donovan, so you already changed it up.
Oh yeah. I take Cunningham over him.
Yeah.
As far as running
Run
back,
back.
you gotta go McCoy. I say Westbrook. You gotta go Westbrook. Those are the top 2 obvious, and then I would say as far as complimenting everybody, I would say Blount.
Oh, look at it. That's my dog right
Hey,
there, too.
imagine having to deal with him after dealing with the first 2.
Yeah. You know what else people slept on a little bit? Ricky Flowing Waters, baby. Ricky
Uh,
Waters did good with us, baby. I liked Ricky when he was with our team. But that's a good list. Let's go to the tight ends.
oh, that's easy. Actually, you know what? Nah. I ain't gonna. Yeah, Zach Ertz and Brent Selleck is just like I was going to say. Goddard came in and you could say that he arguably has better hands, better route running ability,
Yeah.
stuff like that than Selleck. And like people talk about the blocking, the Goddard is better than Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Okay, Brent Selleck knew how to block, and if and then even if Goddard ain't as good as a blocker as Brent Selleck was, you damn sure know that he got better hands. And
Oh, yeah. And fast.
so I'm gonna go Zach Ertz and Goddard. Forget it.
All right. Yeah. Go with your gut. Your 4 receivers.
Oh, that's easy. T.O., Deshaun Jackson, um, Mike Quick. And I feel like Devontae Smith is going to do something. Like I wanna
I
say
put him in my top.
Smith. Like I want to say Devontae Smith.
Man.
Hey, look, I'll cut me if I'm wrong. I'll take Devontae Smith. You could cut me as a coach. I got to find another job. I'm taking Devontae Smith. I'm putting a rain check on him.
All right. And then let's go to offensive line.
All right, left tackle Jason Peters.
JP.
I feel like we honestly have like the best offensive line. Like everybody in their prime is arguably the best people right now. Like Brandon Brooks, who was better?
Everybody's like the right side, center and right side on.
Yeah, it's like who was better than Brandon Brooks? Nobody. Who's better than Kelsey? Damn sure nobody. Like who's
Hank
better
Fraley played good.
Huh?
Hank Fraley.
I don't know what that is.
It was the center for Donnie. Donnie center.
He was better than Kelsey?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing another one out there. You know, John Ryan. He was a
Lane Johnson. So anybody better than him in his prime? I know he get injured now, but in his prime.
Oh, mine was I had JPP in his prime and Trey Thomas.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, Trey Thomas was a beast.
Yeah, I would still take Lane Johnson though. In his prime. And then there's one more though.
You got left guard.
It ain't Sayamalo. I don't know. I don't think I know enough.
I'll throw some out there. Todd Hermans.
Okay, I remember him.
Evan Mathis.
Todd Hermans was better.
Todd Hermans. Or if you want, you can go Ryan. It doesn't matter what guard he played. He played guard.
All right, so I do know other people, but I'm gonna stick with Hermans.
Hermans. All right.
Hermans was a legend. So yeah, got it.
All right, let's speed through our defense, man.
Trent Cole was the man.
Trent Cole.
Brandon Graham. I mean, again, it's not that easy to replace him.
BG.
You gotta say Fletcher Cox in his prime.
Fletch.
It's a lot of people that you could say. Our defensive line was pretty
nasty.
Yeah.
Yep. Reggie White. Jerome Brown.
Reggie White. Yeah, Reggie White.
Okay.
I did the same thing he did. I forgot about.
Yeah, I forgot about Big Reggie, man.
And I got on him in the comments. Like I was about to say, but linebacker. Trotter
definitely in the middle.
I would. Hey, Cole was a problem at linebacker too.
That double dip with Cole, baby.
But we ain't gonna do the Madden thing where we duplicate players. So I'm gonna say Trotter. And Trotter.
You got Najee Bradham. You got Takeo Spice, D'Amico Ryans, Sean Bradley, Jordan Hicks.
D'Amico Ryans was the reason why Jordan Hicks was good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say D'Amico Ryans and then Jeremiah Trotter.
Okay.
Then as far as cornerback, Asante Samuel, that's simple. Troy Vincent, that's simple. You talking 2 or 3?
Go 3.
Yeah, Troy Vincent, Asante Samuel, and can I say Are we going off of results or are we going off of if we didn't have this trash ass coaching? Because
There you go.
Big Play Slay
There you go.
hey, Big Play Slay, Troy Vincent, and look, they so good you could have Troy Vincent and Asante Samuel on the outside and Slay on the inside covering the third man.
There you go.
Like, hey.
There you go. I like it.
So then
the two top safeties.
Brian Dawkins and Malcolm Jenkins. That ain't even a question. Ain't nobody better than them.
Well, hey man, it was awesome, man. Next time we're gonna get on here on a normal time. I just wanted to squeeze you in tonight because I was excited to get on here with you, man. But we definitely gonna do it again. You guys subscribe to this guy's channel. You know, if you haven't subscribed, he's an up and coming YouTuber and he is doing big things. Watch his videos, like them. Subscribe to me if you haven't subscribed to my channel already. And like I say, fly Eagles fly. And until next time, Birdgang Nation, we out.
Hey.